All right, welcome everyone. We're here to talk about April programming. Craig Howard, Jamie Lee, head coach and programmer for PRsAllDay and Diablo CrossFit. So next month, we're going to change this up.
Yeah.
We've been underneath the Diablo logo every month.
Facing each other.
Next month, we're going to switch out to a PRsAllDay logo, progressive programming, and change the room around a little bit in our efforts to create a more professional look, but also to get this out to all of our progressive programming subscribers, and I can say now around the world.
Officially around the world.
Officially around the world, because we have now subscribers to Jamie Lee's amazing programming in other countries in this world, so that's awesome. Let's talk about last month, just to look back real quick. Our progressions were, primary was the snatch, then we had clean and jerk as a secondary progression, and strict pull-ups.
Yep. So we finished off the month with our snatch EMOM, every minute on the minute, working up for 20 minutes.
Which I love. That's such a fun workout.
It's such a great way to work on refining your technique, maintaining mechanics, and having that 20 minutes gives you the chance to build up, but 20 minutes is a long time, so you can always deload it and then rebuild. So saw that happening through classes a lot.
And then Saturday, I think, is
we got our clean and jerk.
Clean and jerk one, which is 16 minutes.
Yeah,
which is cool.
That one's going to be a different format, or it has a different format where we're working up, but then there's a little window at the end for you to go for it.
Right, and then strict pull-up work should have helped people in the open. It was programming was a little bit complicated this month with the open happening.
As it always is. I mean, the challenge of not knowing what the workouts are is one of the reasons why we don't program the open workouts into our programming. Having control and at the same time listening to your body and knowing, okay, well, we just did a buttload of thrusters. If thrusters happen to show up, because remember, not everybody is doing the open that's in the gym, listen to your body and take those days off. But we don't have to worry that anymore, because in April, no more open. Right.
And so headed into April, we are looking at...
So our primary is going to be a deadlift. So we're going from our Olympic lifting, which is such a high skill, high technical movement pattern, along with the clean and jerk. And we're going to get into some more basic strength training, working from the deadlifts as our primary focus, so more of a hinge, and then we're going to go into some pressing. As far as the pressing goes, we're going to be focusing on two different variations. We've got a strict press into a push press. So the goal here is to work on generating strength and good quality movement pattern with a class 1 movement, building strength through the strict movement, and then implementing that secondary leg drive into our push press. So we won't have to go so heavy to get that stimulus of the intensity, because we're going to tax ourselves out using the strict press, then going right into our push press. Okay. So at the end of April, we're actually going to be testing both of those. Not necessarily a 1 rep max, but we are going to establish a max for multiple reps on both of those lifts.
Okay. And then what's our gymnastic focus this month?
Gymnastics focus, we're going to be moving into a muscle up. So for our muscle ups, we're going to be going into kind of a 2-session, right? So for the classes that we have our muscle up as our skill, we're going to spend a few minutes practicing the mechanics on the transitions and working on a progression, whether it's going from the rings, from the ground, doing some box transitions, until we're maybe on the high rings, working on either a strict or a kipping muscle up. After we finish that 6 to 8 minute time of practice work, then we're going to go into more of an EMOM, so an alternating EMOM that are going to be built off of same movement patterns that can then translate into our kipping muscle up to make that more efficient.
Okay, and so at Diablo this month in April, you'll see some clinics. We're going to be doing gymnastics clinics to help with this process and continue that progression. We'll have kipping pull-ups, and we're going to do a muscle-up clinic as well. And that's an excellent opportunity if you're doing this programming at other affiliates to maybe this month think about gymnastics clinics to supplement what they're going to be getting in class. One of the biggest frustrations during the open is when bar muscle-ups come up. People have really good chest-to-bar pull-ups. They have great kipping pull-ups, but they can't do a bar muscle-up.
That comes down to the mechanics and the consistency of control. Having control through those patterns. And sometimes you just have to spend some additional time working on those patterns outside of class. So clinics are a great way to go.
Clinics are a great way to do it. And so, all right, cool. So moving into the Metcons for this month, I noticed just looking through this, there's some there's some higher volume. There seems more conditioning stuff, and then I even see some running in this with a 1 mile test.
Yep.
I know that in May we have Murph.
Yes.
Every Memorial Day at Diablo CrossFit we do Murph. You've got that on your mind a little bit too, maybe with this programming?
Yeah, so as you look at the volume is there, and we'll continue to use this and build into this volume with more of the bodyweight movement patterns as we get into the month of May. But we're starting out the month with a benchmark workout. And one of the classic girl workouts, Helen, which has a run. Using that workout as a chance to kind of establish where we're at within our pull-ups and the capacity that it takes, because running is, for me personally, that's the workout. I can hang on to all that stuff unbroken, so in order to go faster, you have to run faster.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue to build off of that leading into the end of the month, where we will test our mile PR time. Don't freak out. We're not coming in just for a single mile. There's also something right afterwards. So
yeah.
And along with that, there's a special rest. So there will be a built-in rest. The faster you go, the longer the rest.
Cool.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I like that with an AMRAP at the end of it, which is cool. That's a neat way to do it.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I see I'm seeing a lot of double unders this month as well. We have one workout that I saw was progressive with its double. It starts with a ring muscle up and then into double unders, and then the double unders increase every round.
Kind of a death by, but it's more of an AMRAP format.
Right.
So there is a distinguished time for when it's going to stop. Depending on the athlete, you're going to go as far as you can. And because muscle up is such a skilled movement, and not a lot of people have those movements, don't feel discouraged not coming into those classes, because for this month we have a lot more workouts that are also scaled. So there's that designated scaled workout option. So coming into class, you have a more understanding of what you should do for that workout if you know you can't do some of these movements.
Yeah, at Diablo CrossFit, we call we have 2 levels of workouts. As it's written, RX is our Reposado, and the Blanco is the scaled or modified version.
Yeah.
And they're both great workouts.
Yeah.
Having done Blanco workouts, you get an awesome workout.
Yeah.
And it's a willingness of the member to let themselves do the Blanco workout, which will make them a better athlete. It probably is going to be a better workout for them.
It will, and especially for somebody brand new that may not be super comfortable with some of those higher skilled movements, whether it be a bar or gymnastics, this has got a way to progress into a point where you feel more confident, more comfortable doing those movements.
Standing underneath rings, hoping you're going to get a muscle up, is not a good workout.
No, it's as far as intensity.
Yeah.
But if you are one of those athletes that have muscle ups, that could be a good workout to work on improving your muscle up. So, but if you're at a point where not having a muscle up, that would be a really boring workout without having a designated scaled option.
And toward the middle of the month, I noticed there's a Fight Gone Bad style workout with a 1 minute on each round.
Yep.
And it looks like it goes 3 rounds, so very similar to Fight Gone Bad, but just a little bit different movements.
A little different, yeah.
Yeah.
A little different.
Yeah, and then again, more double unders. This would be a good month too. If you're thinking about having a clinic this month, this would be a good month to have double under clinics.
Great one, yeah.
Because they're showing up a lot, and again, that's another one of those frustrating things in the open. Come October, if you can jump rope and you can do everything else, but you don't have double unders, the only difference is you didn't work on them.
Yeah, and that's an easy rep. I mean, it takes not a lot of time to get a double under. So if you're doing one double under at a time, you're missing a big window of chance to make up some reps.
Yeah, so double under clinics are another great suggestion. Other than that, it looks like a great month. There's some great Metcons in here, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I noticed the Saturday workout we had. There's 1, 2, 3 Metcons.
Yep, we've got a couple of multiples.
Yeah, and the multiple Metcons have been fun.
Yeah.
And is that something when you program these? Are you thinking our coaches should be coaching people to hedge their early workouts so that they can do better in the later workouts? Do they budget it? Do they go all? Are you intending for them to go all out, then rest and give it what they can on the next one? Rest, give it what they can.
Where there is the rest, yes, that is the goal. I mean, when we do these workouts, the goal is to find intensity. And the rest that's put in there for the duration of the actual workout, it's almost a 2-to-1 work-rest ratio. Right? So the goal is go hard. I mean, each one of these workouts are scored individually. So if you're going to sandbag the first part to save it for the end, then you're going to be missing out on that added points and added reps earlier on. So hit each workout individually. I mean, they're not so long where we can't maintain the intensity. But at the same time, just don't sandbag the beginning. Hit it hard.
Yeah, we had one this week that was just that everybody was left on the ground. It was great. The first workout, everybody's feeling good. After the second workout, they were smoked.
Bodies on the ground.
It's fun doing the multiple workouts, and it's that learning to get up after you're done with something to try and go again.
I mean, look at the open workout.
Right.
Was it 19.4? Right. We had the burpee snatch with a 3-minute rest into the burpee muscle up. You can get so much more out of that having that short amount of work, but sometimes if you're just doing a 4-minute workout without anything else throughout the day, it's especially for some people that like to do a lot of work and a lot of long workouts, it's not that satisfying. But when you go full on hard and you have a short break and you do it again, you have another break and you do it again, you're done.
You're done and your fitness is improved.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right on. Well, looks like a great month. I'm excited for it.
Yep.
Questions, email what's your
coach at PRs.
Coach at PRsAllDay.com. He'll check his email and he'll answer them.
And look forward to seeing some more content out there in the future.
Yeah. We'll be out with weekly and occasionally daily content, so that'll be awesome. Yep. Thanks, Jimmy.
Absolutely.
All right.
Have
Cheers.
fun, guys.